Hello, everyone. 8 billion. There are literally over 8 billion of us on Earth right now. Physically speaking, we all live on the exact same planet, sharing the same air and the same globe. But the experienced reality of each person, the actual world they wake up in on a daily basis, is completely different. Some people are born into incredible wealth, while others face extreme poverty. Some grow up in wonderfully supportive, loving families, while others have to navigate incredibly difficult environments. Some live in open, liberal societies, and others in strict conservative ones. So it really makes you wonder, how do we navigate this vastly different human experience?
Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're exploring the process of world building and the life of a core architect. These incredible ideas from our source material are available in English, Hindi, and Marathi, so please feel free to pause, take a breath, and really reflect as we journey through this together.
Our entire journey today is grounded in this fantastic book, Move Your World from Within, by Nikhil P. Bhandar. We're going to be talking all about inner transformation. Because, despite all those vast differences we just talked about, different countries, different cultures, different economies, the fundamental process of world building is actually the exact same for every single one of us.
Let's dive into Section 1, the 2 pillars, the foundation of your experienced reality.
To really understand how we construct our reality from the ground up, we need to look at the structure that holds the whole thing together. Think of your world as a grand temple. It stands on 2 absolutely crucial pillars. The first pillar is entirely internal, made up of your feelings and your opinions. The second pillar is your karma, which in this context simply means the work you actually complete in the physical world. These are the 2 main columns holding up your experienced reality: your inner world of thoughts and emotions, and your outer world of completed actions.
Moving right along to Section 2, Feelings are Signals, the Universal Human Emotional System.
Let's go a bit deeper into that internal pillar. Across the globe, we speak thousands of different languages, but the human emotional system, that is totally universal. Joy, fear, anxiety, excitement, hope, frustration. These are feelings understood absolutely everywhere. So the really crucial point here is this. When you aren't feeling good, it's not just some random occurrence. Your feelings are feedback. They are powerful signals telling you exactly how you are experiencing your life. They perfectly reflect the current state of the world you're living in. A wise person learns to listen closely to these signals rather than just ignoring or suppressing them.
So what do we do with those signals? That brings us to Section 3, 2 ways to improve, responding to your emotional signals. When you receive these signals from your inner world, especially the uncomfortable ones, right? What exactly do you do? Well, there are generally 2 really valid ways people try to improve how they feel. First, there's changing perspective. This basically means adjusting your interpretation of a situation. For example, someone might say, well, things could be a lot worse, or I should be grateful for what I already have, or I accept this situation peacefully. And honestly, this shift in perspective can bring immense calm and emotional stability. But then we have the second way, which is changing the situation entirely through your karma, through completed work. Instead of just adjusting their perspective, a person might decide, you know what, I want to improve this situation. Let me make a plan. Step by step, I'm going to change my circumstances.
And this actually brings to mind a profound truth, perfectly captured by the Dalai Lama, who said, "We can be happy in both, accepting the situation or changing the situation. Both approaches are completely valid. However, that second approach, changing the situation through your karma, is especially powerful because it honors human free will and our creativity. It recognizes that we aren't just passive observers sitting on the sidelines of life, we are literally the active builders of it."
Now, let's look at Section 4, the world-building feedback loop, a continuous process of learning and improvement.
When a conscious person starts living this way, really waking up to the fact that they're a builder who can shape their own circumstances, life becomes this amazing, continuous cycle. Let's walk through this loop together, step by step. Step 1, feelings. As we discussed, your feelings signal exactly how your life is going right now. Step 2, reflection. You take those feelings and you honestly examine your opinions and assumptions based on them. Step 3, karma. You take action, meaning you do the meaningful, completed work required. And finally, step 4, new reality. Your completed work actually changes your circumstances. Your life improves, and then the cycle beautifully repeats itself all over again. Feelings, reflection, karma, new reality.
This entire continuous loop relies so heavily on that second step. This is exactly why reflection is absolutely critical. As the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Without reflection, we're just reacting blindly to whatever happens to us. But with reflection, we take conscious control of our path.
This naturally leads us to Section 5, Becoming a Core Architect, Designing Your Inner World and Outer Life.
When someone fully masters this feedback loop, they develop some seriously powerful habits of thinking and acting. So what are these habits? First, they become intensely aware of the opinions they hold. They question beliefs instead of just blindly accepting what they're told. Second, they refuse to be limited by learned opinions of the impossible. There are so many social beliefs out there that quietly limit human potential, but a core architect examines them carefully and pushes past them. Third, they form their own opinions through deep introspection, immense courage, and sometimes a true leap of faith.
And they definitely don't stop there. Fourth, they remain joyful even when the journey is difficult. They understand that real growth isn't always comfortable, but it is deeply meaningful. Fifth, they strengthen empowering opinions about themselves and about other people. And finally, they continue doing karmas, completing the work that their intellect actually approves of. They take full, unwavering responsibility for the direction of their own life.
Because of these incredibly conscious habits, a core architect doesn't just randomly drift through life hoping for the best. They design a life that is completely aligned with their inner self. They are mindful. They are committed to their personal well-being. They're capable of finding joy even in the middle of a difficult situation, and they're completely willing to pursue their genuine interests without carrying around any unnecessary guilt or needing to apologize for it.
In short, they become the true architect of their own world. These fascinating ideas are explored in much greater depth in the source material we've been referencing today. I highly encourage you to develop the habit of reading and explore the many powerful and thought-provoking ideas in Move Your World from Within. Thank you so much for joining me for today's explainer.
I want to leave you with one final profound thought to really chew on today as we wrap up. Your world begins within you. What kind of world will you build from within today?